You're about to learn a very important lesson, my gorgeous Pisces. And what this lesson is going to be about, it's all about you not wanting to make the same mistake again. This in itself is going to be absolutely obvious when it comes to the actual 11th of March 2022. But it's not only the 11th of March, the 12th of March and the 13th of March are also going to play equally important a role, because what is going to unfold after that moment in time, it's you making the best possible decisions that you could have made in a long time. What you have been through over the last 46 months, there are certain elements of that you do not want to repeat, that you not want to go over again. And that in itself is going to be such an important time when it comes to your own progress, because it's going to bring the best out of you, the most important energy out of you, which is yet again going to remind you why are you on this earth, what your role is on this earth, and why on earth are you not going towards it, what is slowing you, what is kind of preventing you to move on. All this is going to become absolutely evident, but most importantly it's going to play an absolutely giant role by the time you get to the actual last 3 days of March 2022, because you will need to make an important decision. You will need to make a huge decision, and that decision strictly must most certainly come from you. You're gonna feel like, oh, let me just check with Jane, let me just check with Mary, let me just check with Mark, what do they think? No, baby, no. This is something that it needs to come from you, because I repeat, you have learned like such a huge lesson, spiritual lesson, and that in itself is going to be your guiding light, and it's most certainly going to help you to remove yourself from the situation in your life that you have found yourself at, but it's just kind of slowing you down. So it's now all about you pretty much, so throughout the actual months of March, really just awaken to yourself. And how you're gonna awaken to yourself? Listen to yourself, pay attention to your subconscious mind, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you, pay attention to signs. On the 7th of March is going to be mind-blowing sign that you are going to have. Then again on the 17th of March it's going to be mind-blowing sign. Then on the 27th of March is going to be a mind-blowing sign. And all these signs are going to be leading towards the same thing, towards you working on yourself, working on a plan, how you're going to get where you want to get, but also on you working on yourself. You know, how to give a credit to yourself. Why is it so important to give a credit to yourself above everyone else? Ignore what everybody else is saying. Ignore what everybody else is doing. This is going to be your own time. On another hand, the actual energy throughout the months of March, it's going to be ludicrous, but in the best possible way ludicrous. It's going to give you the power when you need the power. It's going to reflect on your decision making. It's going to reflect on you having a confidence where you need to have a confidence. But most importantly, those parts of your life that you were so indecisive about, now you're going to feel very strongly to do this. Now you're going to feel very strongly like what the right path is to take. But yet again, I repeat, this month it's gonna reawaken you. This is not only going to be your awakening, but it's going to be your huge, massive, enormous reawakening. It's just gonna give you such a nice spiritual slap, and once you get that spiritual slap, nothing is going to be the same ever again. In fact, by the time you get to the very much so the last day of March, the 31st of March, look what is going to happen. look what you're going to be asked to do. Look what you're going to be facing. And the answer to this is within you. It's in you. You know the answer. And the answer is going to come in a completely different way to what it would normally come, because you have been through whatever you have been through, but also most importantly, karmically, this month is going to be huge. There is a lot going to be going on. So by the time you get to the last day of this month, you know, the decision that you're going to need to make, an important, huge, massive decision, it's going to be different to what you would normally make. And this, my gorgeous Piscelini, is going to be the hugest, the most important sign that you have gone through not only gone through something really big, but this has reactivated you in so many different ways, you know, so many different ways. When it comes to reactivating the certain parts of yourself, when it comes to your own internal energy, a lot is going to start coming out. What didn't make sense is going to make sense. But also when you come across like things that don't make sense, you know, now you're just purely going to feel exactly what your direction is. Just remember, this is to do with your own calling. Okay, this is to do with you coming out of yourself, but also doing things in your own way. Most certainly this month is going to be a huge, massive turning point for you, my gorgeous Piscelinis, indeed. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Pisces, and it's for March 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's for March 2022. Your number when it comes to the actual numerology, it's actually number 13. This is 1-3. This is a very strong and very powerful number, and it indicates the fact that you are going through a very powerful transformation. There are two things for that. One part of this is that you're reaching a very important stage and very important moment in your life, and you have been through something very deep, you know, you have been through something very significant, and now that just became like a very important spiritual experience, very important experience. I say spiritual because it brought you like the relevant knowledge, something that you will want to avoid, something that you will not want to be longer part of. And this is all a very healthy sign that you are moving on with your life. And the second thing that is really important is the fact that your energy is going to be very powerful. Do you know why your energy is going to be so powerful, my gorgeous Piscelini, huh? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Piscelini, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, pa pa da pam pam pam, pa pa da pam pam pam. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is exactly why your energy is going to be so powerful, because this is your month, this is your time, this is when your energy is increased like 1,000,000 times more than it normally is. So that's why you're gonna have such a strong and powerful bursts of energy throughout this month, and that energy is also going to be talking to you. That energy is going to be communicating to you. That energy is going to be responding to you in such a big mama way. So every single time when you're facing the situation, it's going to be telling you, oh my god, my energy is drained in front of this path, that came to an end, bye darling, my energy is so brilliant now, I feel so good doing this. Yeah, well, this is your sign. Do it, follow it. We are on this earth life for 5 minutes, you know. the life on this earth is like, oh my God, it goes like this. And I said this before, we are 10, we are 20, we are 30, we are 40, we are 50, we are 60, we are 70, we are 80, we are 90, we are 100. Life goes like that. The person who is 90 and the 90 and the person who is like 25, they're thinking in the same way. And the person who is 90, for example, is just like, they can't believe that they're 90, they can't believe that the life is going so fast, and it's going to happen to every single one of us, hopefully, But it's just basically the fact that, the life goes really fast, the life goes really quick, and it's important to understand the significance of making the most out of our time. So this is what you're going to have out of our time on this earth. This is what you're going to have, your own internal reawakening. And this, just you realizing this, exactly what you need to do. Just to some of you, it's going to be like, oh my God, you just want to change everything. But then to some of you, it's pretty much so going to dig into that blockage that stops you like from moving on. It's like about this blockage. And what is the answer to this blockage? Ignore nonsense. Ignore negativity. Ignore stupid people. Ignore like people who don't make sense. See where your energy is being drained, because your energy is being drained. And this is the part of the leakage, this leakage that I'm talking about. So you're also going to find yourself like wanting to learn new things. Pay attention to this flow. You will find you will find yourself wanting to explore new things. And especially when it comes to the stage and the period in between the 16th of March and the 31st of March, it's all about this exploration. You're going to be like kind of from one side to another side. You're going to be flowing like there is no tomorrow, but these explorations are at the same time going to be your guiding light. So this is something that you need to remember. And also, number 13, it's all about your energy and the sign and the fact that you are going through your own transformation, and it's happening at the time when your energy in general is, because it's the time of your birthday, your energies in general are kind of like so much more powerful, so much more sharper. So this is why you need to make the most of it. And you know what? Actually, your intuition is gonna be playing like a really important role. I'm not saying that you were ignoring your intuition before, but your intuition is gonna answer quite a lot to you. And where you thought like you can't believe that this is what's going on, you can't believe what you're facing, you can't believe what's like happening in your life and things like that. Before, you would just like kind of let this energy to kind of get drained, let this energy to go towards a different direction. You wouldn't absorb this energy, the energy that you should have absorbed. You would absorb somebody else's energy, and somebody else's energy caused you to think differently, to think in a different way, to think not like yourself. Someone else's energy caused you to be like, oh God, stuck. No, baby, no, you're not stuck. You will, my God, your intuition is going to make you aware so much. But also, most importantly, that a huge, massive problem that you have found yourself at, you will see that you are the one who has got a key. You are the one who has got the answer to this. But it's all about, my Lord, giving a credit to yourself and realizing and understanding how powerful you are. Your Piscelini, your energy is like a mind-blowing Big Mama in so many different ways. You have got a very powerful energy. Make the most of it, and this in itself, your intuition, it's on one hand sorry, your intuition, it's going to make you aware of like some kind of hidden agenda, and that is going to be pretty much so very highlighted on the 2nd of March, 12th of March and the 22nd of March. Okay, so these are the time when you're going to become aware of like some kind of hidden agendas through your own intuition. But then at the same time, on another hand, your intuition, it's also most importantly going to make you aware and make you realize that you also, the certain part of your life came to an end, and where you thought that, oh, you need help and this and that, no, baby, no, you will see that it's all in you, and that you have got the answer to your own problem. And the answer to your problem is to basically just nurture your own creativity. So you need to really find one specific path, whether this is something brand new that you're going to become aware of, that you will want to step in, or whether this is to do with an important continuation, like a promotion with your work, and the next step and the next stage, or if you're retired, you wanted to do something, but it was just like, you can't do it because of this, you can't do it because of that. So now it's all about finding a different ways around how we're gonna get where we want to get. No more wait. You're really gonna have a moment like, you know what, I'm absolutely had enough. And you're gonna receive the certain phone call and a certain message, and this is gonna really kind of a little bit piss you off in a certain way, because you will just kind of not to be wanted, you will not want to be told by other people kind of what to do, especially when it doesn't make sense, and you will be told something that absolutely doesn't make sense. And this is what is going to be the last little drop in the glass that is just going to make this glass not overflow, but it's going to make this glass to explode. You're going to have to pick up all the pieces of glass everywhere. No, but it's important. It's important for you to understand this. So it's all about you understanding your own power through nurturing your own creativity. Whatever this is, at whatever stage of your life you are, you need to understand to make the most of it, because this is going to bring you success. It's going to bring you, put your life back on track. It's going to readjust your life and put your life where it's meant to be. And on another hand, it's about material attainment. It's going to it's going to make even more successful than you could actually kind of imagine. But then on another hand, it's all about your healing energy that is going to start process of well-being as well. It's all about the victory. This is all about your own victory when it comes to this very annoying difficulty that was very much so that you have been going through. It became a very difficult and heavy obstacle in your life because it affected your stability. It affected your personal flow. It affected your personal energy. So this is going back again to you sitting like this, oh God, my hands are tied at the back, blah, blah, blah. And then realizing, oh my Lord, midnight. You're just going to realize like, oh my God, I can actually, no. And this is where your passion, you see, the passion is going to start coming out. And your passion is your power. Your passion is going to make you aware of the fact how you don't want to make this certain mistake. And the certain mistake that you think that you've made was maybe listening to the wrong people, maybe listening to lots of negativity, maybe listening to lots of sadness, maybe listening to lots of darkness. So you were absorbing things, and now you're just reaching your boiling point. You don't want to absorb this because you will realize that there are lots of things that don't make sense to you, and that in itself is going to start the process of transformation. And when I say the process of transformation, this is going to make you feel like you want to clear away the old to make the way for the new, but at the same time you're going to feel like you want to make an alteration in your life, alteration in your life, and this is like pretty much so you're going to find yourself having lots of like a burst of energy. I want to do this, I want to do that, suddenly you want to move this about. Just go, keep going, because you're increasing your own vibrance, you're increasing your own energy, you're clearing lots of negative blockages within your energy when you're doing this, as long as you're happy doing it. So you feel like you want to move this plant about, and then suddenly you get more energy to kind of move that plant about. Then you suddenly, that energy takes you, let me just hover the floor. And then while you're doing this, people don't understand and realize we become very powerful and magnetic. To us, a lot is gonna come. A lot is gonna come to you in the terms of understanding that you didn't understand before. But also the idea, they're gonna be like, oh my God. So pay attention to the ideas that you're going to have. And for the love of God, when you're kind of feeling like that you want to make changes, do not kind of think negatively, because you have got a very strong power of manifestation. So you want to think optimistically, you want to think about the next stage, next step, and a lot is going to come to you. By the same time, you're going to be projecting quite a lot into the universe, so you want this back in the best possible way, that it's only going to be beneficial for you. So this is something to remember when it comes to this process of transformation, and you're just clearing things around. I know it sounds like ridiculous, but no baby, no, it's all about paying attention to this magnetic feeling and energy that we create at the same time, while we are going through this powerful stage of being able to manifest things in our lives much quicker. And this happens when things like go on at the time when you were born, you see. So this is why this energy is going to be pretty much multiplied, and it's going to really kind of like help you to remove restraint, in your life caused by others. You will not kind of want to go down like the same road again, and there is going to be a little bit surprise there, because you're going to have a moment where you're going to realize, oh my God, God, like you will feel like you're proud with yourself. You're going to feel like you're really proud with yourself, and that in itself, it's going to start bringing lots of other things within you. Like you will realize that you are ready for the next stage in your life, but also you're going to like this. At the same time, it's going to be quite strong connection, you know. Somebody is just going to be on your mind, a certain person that you haven't seen in a while, you know, the certain person who is very close to you, the certain person that you haven't seen in a while, you know, it's going to be a bit of a moment. That person is going to be on your mind, and then that person is going to get in touch with you, and it's going to be like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you, you know, you just got in touch with me. But it's most importantly like the little information and message that you are going to have, and the information and message that you are going to have, it's really going to inspire you, because it's going to help you to kind of make a kind of to see things that you didn't see before, but also it's going to inspire you to make a certain accomplishment in your life, and it's going to give you the confidence, you know, because you will be thinking about the certain stability that that person has in their life, and this is really going to inspire you. So this person is really carrying a bit more than just a little message for you. So it's most importantly someone to kind of like to pay attention to. And also, you know, it is like a lot of struggle that you have been through, like over the last 5 and 6 months in particular, when it comes to unsatisfied desires, when it comes to like kind of like going through certain conflict, when it comes to you like going through certain obstacles. Over the last 5 months was really difficult, and it was very heavy. And as more as you went through, the more you went forward, the more things didn't make sense, and you're just going through, you're going forward, but the more you go through and the more you go forward, the more things don't make bloody sense. So how long you're gonna go through, how long you're gonna go forward, and how long you're gonna listen to the certain person or certain people who absolutely don't make sense. You know, this is gonna be really great time of your own waking up. But most importantly, you know, normally you would be like, oh God, this would slow you down, but now these words, this thinking process are going to be playing an important role when it comes to your own bravery and capacity. Through that, you will realize your own bravery and capacity. Through your own bravery and capacity, you are going to realize your own strength, and you are most certainly going to make a really big and important massive step towards the unknown, you know, because now 100,000,000% your energy is going to be telling you to go that direction, and the darkish devilish energy, it's going to be like telling you to go that direction. There is all going to be like kind of like explain that direction, but this direction where your energy is telling you to go, it's going to be completely unexplained, and it's going to seem like, oh no, this is going to be difficult and slow and heavy. No baby, no. You listen to your spirit, you listen to your soul. Don't ever let your energy being stolen away from you. You have learned something so significant. By this moment in time, by the time March comes to an end, you're going to learn something so important and so significant, and it's all going to make sense for you. On another hand, you know, you are going to be pretty much so also kind of going to be dealing with an important family matter, you know. There is a problem going to be going on in the family, and you are the one who has got an enlightenment, you know. You are the one who has got an answer. You are the one who has got this absolutely wonderful, mind-blowing, healing energy, but it's only going to come through you responding to that situation. So if you become aware of the certain family matter, please try to kind of go forward, because you are going to realize that someone needs your help, that someone is like kind of being misled a little bit, like around some kind of dark forces, and you are the one who can bring this person right down. This person who is very close to you, the family member, is just being disorientated, but you are the one who has got the key. Okay, you are the one who has got an important information. So this is something that I need you to remember. And also, what else I was going to say, that, you know, it is going to be very important news when it comes to your home and when it comes to the personal security, and this is going to most certainly put a big smile on your face. But on another hand, you're also going to become aware of like an unknown hidden danger, and an unknown hidden danger that you're going to become aware is going to be highlighted highlighted on the 18th of March 2022. But this is like a God's gift, really, because you will be aware of an unknown hidden danger. So you're going to be aware of this before it happens. So your job is also, again, to kind of make someone else aware, and people who are close to you to aware what this is, what this hidden danger is, what did you become aware of. This is important, my gorgeous Piscelini. You have no idea how much. Okay, so now that was it. Thank you. Bye. No, I'm joking. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to see what you're going to benefit from when it comes to your own nutrition and things like that. So now we are going back to boosting your immune system a little bit with organic acerola cherry powder capsules. If you can possibly get, this is going to literally be so beneficial when it comes to your life. It's going to make you feel so much better. Organic acerola cherry powder is going to give you a ridiculous amount of vitamin C, and it's natural, opposed to taking something synthetic, you know what I mean? Like, so, and also at the same time that you would need to take with the natural vitamin D3 and also natural K2 and the natural zinc as well. This combination is going to be rather mind-blowing when it comes to boosting your immune system, but it's also going to increase your energy levels. It's going to make you feel so much better about yourself, and you know, like at the time when you need it the most, it's most certainly going to boost your energy levels within the next few days. Indeed, if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going on the first date that is going to be quite important. And before I go there, check this absolutely gorgeous pendant. Again, look at that color. Natural crystal. It's called Suji stone. It's absolutely beautiful. It's superb when it comes to making us feel really optimistic, making us feel really positive, because it generates positivity and positive energy, and it's against negative feelings, negative emotions, and negative situation. It relieves stress, you know, and it establishes peace of mind and emotional healing. This is very important to have also because it protects against like anxiety and things like that. So if you feel like a little bit weird, if you feel negative, if you feel low throughout the March and April, if you feel really down, if you feel uncertain, you know, all these things are like kind of like a pretty much so can work against us when it comes to us staying on the right path, when it comes to us staying on the right road, when it comes to us containing our balance. Because if we lose our balance, then again someone else is dictating, you know, what we do, what we think, what we're going to do, where we're going to go, how we're going to think, how we're going to feel. So it's important to wear this to stay on your own path, because you're going to be surrounded by lots of people that are going to be strong throughout March and April 2022, and this is something that I strongly recommend you. It helps you to reconnect with yourself, with your subconscious mind, with your third psychic eye. It helps you to come back home to yourself, but also it promotes dreams, you know. So the dreams that explain so much about our current life at the moment. This is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous stone is natural, of course, and if you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that, so thank you very much. And it comes with a sterling silver chain as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Piscelini, is the first important date. It's going to be on the 3rd of March. You know, on the 3rd of March, you're going to realize your own strength through your progress, you know. So you 1st and 2nd of March, it's gonna be a bit of like a wandering Lala days, you know. So the 1st and 2nd of March, it's the new door is about to open. The energy is gonna be quite strange, unusual, but you're gonna like it. But at the same time, it's gonna make you wonder. It's just gonna make you kind of feel unhappy with a certain aspects of your life, and you're gonna think, why didn't this change? Why didn't this move? Why didn't I do anything about it? How long gonna wait? How long gonna stay like this? La la la. So this is where things are gonna kind of explode in the best possible way, because it's all about the start of the progress and process that you're not even going to be aware of until the 3rd of March. So on the 3rd of March, you know, you are basically going to get a very important message, very important news, very important realization, okay, that things are moving on. It's to do with the sudden progress, my lordy lord, but it's only to do with a bit of a movement. But then at the same time, you know, it's going to require from you to make an important decision. This is important because at the same time, even more significantly, you will realize your own strength through this progress. But at the same time, you're also going to realize that the specific part of your life came to an end. You learned so much, you realized so much, you became so much wiser. There is something that happened, and it was like a big mama process in so many different ways, because you gathered everything you need to gather for your next step, for your next stage. And what this is going to be, it's pretty much going to be obvious and highlighted in between the 3rd of March and the 15th of March. So this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's going to be highlighted through your own creativity. It's going to be highlighted through your own power of you doing you being yourself, and you only doing those things in your life that make sense to you. Okay, you need to come out of yourself, and this is most certainly, my gorgeous Piscelini, going to be the time. So your own creativity, it's going to be your own answer. You know, the more creative you are, the more confident you are going to be. The more creative you are, the more willpower you are actually going to have, and also the more creative you are, you're going to realize in genuine people that you should stay away from and move away from. On another hand, you know, it's just basically, it's all about you kind of realizing what part of your life it's going to be the best to actually make an important, wise investment towards. Not necessarily to do with the money of the finances, but an investment of your own energy. And you know, it's like you will know, like, oh my God, this is why I had the difficulties with this is why I had difficulties with that, and this is why ultimately I had the difficulties so far maybe in launching new projects, because you needed this vibration, you needed this energy in order to understand in order to understand these things for what they are, so you can take this, make the most of it, and move on with your life, because this is going to start the process of change. But most importantly, it's going to show you the way, it's going to show you direction, and even most importantly, this is going to bring one of the greatest accomplishments into your life. So this is why this is such a powerful time of your life, my gorgeous Piscelinis, indeed. Now the next crystal, look at this green moss, like, oh my God, green moss agate, look at this, absolutely beautiful. And you can't see that well, I don't think you can see it, but it's actually see-through. So it's like, it looks like a glass. It's absolutely beautiful, but it looks like a green moss. Literally, very powerful crystal to have and to wear throughout March and April, because most importantly, it's going to bring you calm and it's going to bring you closer to nature. It is so important for us to reconnect and connect with the nature, because we are the nature. We are part of the nature. It's also going to help you to kind of like concentrate. It's going to help you to focus and make the right decisions. My God, every single time when you feel indecisive, throughout March and April, every single time when you're surrounded by strong people, every single time when you want to stay on your path, every single time when you're uncertain, when you're lost, when you don't know what to do, you just wear this, and almost instantly you're going to be able to feel this powerful vibration of this. Just remember, we are the nature, okay? So we are all part of each other. We are all part of one another. We belong in the nature. And also, you know, the nature has got such a powerful healing like nothing else, you know, in this world. And it's important to kind of get back to it every now and then. So this helps you to reconnect. But most importantly, it's about the focus that you're going to have, okay? okay, to concentrate and make the right decisions, because there are going to be lots of decisions that you're going to be making throughout March and April. So this is why you need to kind of make sure that you make the right decisions, so you don't allow the energy from the outside to temper with your own feelings. Absolutely no way. So this gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver setting and this sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Piscelinis, you're also supporting my channel as well. On another hand, the second date is going to be on the 16th of March. Now, I really like this so much, okay, because it's about the actual, you're just going to become aware completely about the specific part of your life that you need to work on more. This part of your life is going to become an integral process of your spiritual journey, of your spiritual changes. It's all about your own devotion, and it's all about you recognizing what this is, and it's going to become absolutely obvious what this is on the 16th of March. So it's all about you offering more energy towards something very specific, towards the specific goal. There needs to be more energy, something new, something more, something additional, something like kind of the next step and the next stage in terms of like bringing more into it. What this is entirely up to you to find out and to see, my gorgeous Pisces. It depends where you are at your spiritual journey, but most certainly it's going to be to do with your own passion and following it and doing only those things that make sense to you. And it's connected almost immediately. It's going to like kind of, you're going to feel very drawn towards a certain plan that is going to bring you a certain plan. Just pay attention. It's about your own devotion, but it's also to do with an important plan. This plan is just going to almost immediately bring you hope, confidence, and you're going to become aware of like kind of uncertain efforts, but before that will completely put you off. But at this moment in time, you're going to be like, yeah baby, I'm just going to go for it. You're going to be smart like a little kitty. You're going to be smart like a little cat, because this is where you're going to turn into a smart little kitty. So you will be able to understand through your own intuition so much. You will be able to see things before they come. You will be able to understand things before they manifest in your life. So this is why I say that you're going to be clever like a little cat indeed, because it's not going to scare you like uncertain efforts, because you will know that there is so much more beyond, that you can actually see at this moment in time. So that's why it's important to pay attention to your intuition and your feelings at the same time. It's going to lead towards you realizing, that a certain part of your life slowly came to an end, and this is just, things that you have been going on daily basis or weekly basis, is somewhere where you have been going to, or something that you have been visiting. It's just going to come to an end. It's about you to realizing to abandon that part of your life, but not completely, but it's just a change of like a maybe area. You are kind of like a fresh and ready to kind of move on with a certain kind of area, and I think that this is going to become obvious to you, because at the same time somebody who means to you, so you're going to be facing an obstacle how you're going to do this, but at the same time somebody who you really look up to, somebody really nice and clever, intelligent, spiritual, strange at times and unusual at times. It's actually going to give you very interesting advice how to understand the specific situation in your life, but most importantly how to deal with a certain obstacle as well. Okay, so the 31st of January, my goodness, where did I go on January? The 31st, yay! The 31st of March 2022, this is a big mama day. This is the time of your personal transition. This is the time of your personal change. This is the time when you will really have enough of your own life, the part of your life that made you feel really bored. Yet again, you will be reminded what part of your life needs changes. You will have absolutely enough. This will be a big, pretty much a huge, massive turning point for you, because in a very unusual way, an unexpected situation is going to happen. An unexpected situation is going to occur where you are gonna be reminded how much do you want to change the certain aspect of your life that is not only making you feel really, really bored, but it's just now really starting to irritate you, and it's keep on reminding you in a very strange and unusual ways when you're going to change something, what you're going to do. This is going to be connected to an amazing sacrifice in order to make a readjustment in your life, but then at the same time it's going to lead towards your own regeneration and towards your own rebirth later on. So it doesn't really matter, because it's all about you moving away from the part of your life that is making you feel really dissatisfied, it's draining your energy, but it's also going towards your life, which it's to do with a wish. It's what you wanted to do, where you wanted to be, what you wanted to happen, what you wanted to manifest. You know, it's all about moving on, but at the same time, you know, where you had, you know, you were always put off because it's to do with maybe like a limited success. No, baby, no, it is not to do with the limited success. Actually, completely opposite, because by the end of the day there is a very important vision that you're gonna have. Pisces, you're gonna have such a psychic vision. It's gonna be so bizarre, it's gonna be so strange, you know. And this vision could actually happen on the 30th and the 31st of March, even the 29th, 30th and the 31st, the last 3 days of March. It's all about this vision that you're going to have, a vision, psychic vision, that it's going to make you aware of things you haven't been aware of before. And that in itself, it's only going to help you to connect the dots, baby. And once you connect the dots, nothing is going to reconnect them ever again, because once you connect the dots, what is going to happen, where you thought that there was a limited success, now you're going to see unlimited possibilities around it. You know, it's all about this vision. This vision, it's going to be mind-blowing, because it's also going to make you aware the part of your life that you need to bring closer together into perfect union through the actual management and the adjustment. But at the same time, you know, there is going to be a very much so really nice person who you find very influential in your life, that is going to kind of like a really remind you in a certain way when you just need a little bit of like a push, you know, push towards the right direction. That person is going to remind you, oh no, you're going to be like, oh, I'm not too sure, and then that person is going to remind you, you know what, you don't want your life to be like this because it was making you really unhappy. And so this is going to be brilliant. But at the same time, you know, the 31st of March 2022, it's also bringing you a very powerful omen, my gorgeous Pisces. You see this, the 31st of March. Look at this. Where are my cards? 31st, look at this. Just a second. Do you know what? Oh god, sorry, this is because my cards are on the floor. So I just really badly want to take this card out. Oh god, you always want these specific cards, you know. Sorry, they fell on the floor. But I heard there was a secret chord. Okay, I'm back. What's wrong with me? Everything. Okay, so now, before I just chuck the whole table like on the floor. So now my gorgeous Pisces, look at this. I just wanted to check this 31st. On the 31st of March, there is going to be a very interesting omen and very interesting sign that you are going to have. It's to do with a bird. There is a bird that is going to be kind of unusual. The bird that you are actually going to come across. Maybe it's going to be in the window. Hello. Maybe it's going to be flying in front of you. Maybe you're just going to be watching it outside, just come out of the blue. Maybe you're going to see your cat eating the bird. No, hopefully no. But do you know what I mean? So there is no, I'm joking. So there is basically the bird that you're gonna come across, and that bird, you will know that it's part of your element, part of your dimension. When you see this bird, this is also going to be an omen. When you see this bird, this is also going to be a sign, and your sign is, you see this, absolutely very important. Just keep going, my gorgeous Pisces. This sign, this bird is going to remind you, keep going, because it's going to happen at the time when you will be doubting yourself. You will be doubting your energy, you will be doubting your power, you will be doubting the path in front of you, thinking like, oh no, do not let the dark energy bastardos to take your life, you know, away, you know. So this is it. Stay true to yourself, follow your own path, okay? Stay committed to the task at hand. It is very important indeed. But also that omen, it's going to make you aware, that sign is going to make you aware that the things are moving on. It also will mean that the things are moving on. It's important, okay? very, very important time of the progress. So it is just when you see this omen, it looks like you're going to be like kind of doubting yourself, I'm not too sure, and then this is what this omen, it's actually going to mean, you know. Just carry on, baby. Yeah, you've got it. Most importantly, most certainly, time to move on, my gorgeous Piscelini. Do not ignore your own power. So now, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just going to see what's going to happen briefly in the first part of March, mid-March, and the last part of March. The first part of March is like, my God, you know, you are going to have a very strong and powerful attention to detail. Oh my God, you're at home here because you're Piscelini. You notice normally everything, you know, every little detail, and I absolutely like this. But now this is going to be like a multiplied. It's going to be like a big mama moment, you know, in the first part of March. And that in itself is just going to be leading you towards something very specific. You will notice the little detail, and that detail is going to take you somewhere else. And that somewhere else is going to take you somewhere else again, and until you realize the little destination that you're about to reach, it's going to connect you to the specific subject, okay, or career that you want to learn more about. Follow it, okay? It's coming from somewhere really divine. The mid part of March, my gorgeous Pisceline, you know, I like this so much because you're about to go through something so beautiful, and I can most certainly see that you're about to fall in love with your life again. You will see what I mean, don't worry. The last part of March, it's like, you know, I like it because what is going to be dominating here is the fact that it's connected to the end of situation that is going to bring you relief, you know, and that in itself is going to show you the opportunity for new happiness. And I really like this, you know, because it's going to lift the weight of your shoulders, but then at the same time it's just going to kind of like give you the power also to maybe end a certain addiction as well. And on another hand, there is going to be like a news worth celebrating at the end of March as well. So I really like this because the news worth celebrating, it's going to show you and opportunities, you know, and abilities, you know, the opportunities that you can become a part of that you weren't aware of before. So this in itself is going to open up new worlds of opportunities as well. So now, my gorgeous Piscelinis, I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship, my lord. For those of you in relationship, this is a really great time and important month because, you know, the part of your life that you're both unhappy, the part of your life that it really affected you both, and I'm talking about the last 46 months because you had to slow down the process. You couldn't kind of do something that you wanted to do. You had to put a pause to something, pause. So now you will realize that this has gone on for too long. You have been frequently too restrained for too long. So that it's just going to start the spiritual penetration, which is really important to mention here, because then again at the same time you're both going to see something at that moment in time, and you're both going to be so inspired after this moment in time. So this is going to lead from one interesting moment to another, very important and powerful moment. It's about the inspiration. You will see something, both of you together, and it's going to inspire you so much, and this inspiration is going to become something else. This inspiration is going to become a change. This inspiration is going to become a new path. By the time you get to the 27th and 28th of March, this is going to be absolutely obvious what this is. It's going to lead towards something very specific, towards you being brave to carry on with some kind of plan that you've left behind. It's most certainly, most importantly, it's how to go around it and get where you want to get, you know, because it's something that you wanted to do, but it just kind of got stuck in the process. But you need this, both of you, for your own happiness. So now, my gorgeous Piscelinis, I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are single and ready to. Stranger in the night, Piscelini in the morning, na 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 na. My gorgeous Piscelini, you know what? I think someone very interesting, it's about to enter your life in March, and they're going to be two people. Naughty Piscelini, what are you doing? Two people, behave. No, I'm joking. They're going to be two people. One person that you're going to come across across this month has got an energy from before. So that particular person, you've been through so many different things through already. So you saw that person, you came across that person, then that person, like, kind of, you felt like they like you, and then you felt like they didn't like you, then you felt like they ignored you, then you felt like they, like, kind of even really disliked you or even hated you, like, for nothing, just for your own existence. There were like so many millions of emotions that you went through this person. Why? Because you had to. That person was never the right person for you, but at the end you will realize that that first person is not an evil, it's not an horrible, but it's just to do with you. It's to do with your own way of thinking, and it's to do with you kind of you're going to realize how smart you are, how intelligent you are, how clever you are. But also you will realize something very, very specific. You will not want to go down the certain road again, but there is a very much so very a necessary experience that you will have through this person. That's the first person, because it's going to cause just a little bit of emotional confusion, and this is something that you need. That emotional confusion is not going to last longer than 2 or 3 days, but then something is going to come to you. It's going to make you aware of the specific decision that you want to kind of focus on, and it's to do with a certain change. And when you're thinking about that moment in time, there is a very powerful and good news that you are going to have by the end of the March 2022. And that news is something that you expected. It's to do with your kind of some kind of like a results and efforts, but then it's just going to be much better, much more important, because that a certain like much more successful. So there are certain desires that you're going to realize through this, and these desires that you're going to realize through this is going to require from you to focus on the certain area of your life, certain part of your life. Maybe you will need to go somewhere new, because it's to do with something new. And there, with that moment in time, it's going to be so important, because it's almost immediately putting you on the path with somebody very beautiful who is about to walk into your life, and it's going to happen before the end of March 2022. That person may not make themselves known in March, but trust me, April, this is most certainly going to be absolute. At around the 21st of April, by the 21st of April, you will know who this is. So you just pretty much about you finding yourself in a new dimension, and you know already that this dimension, this area, this energy, it's going to bring you this new element in your life. It's going to bring you someone very special, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's not even going to be that long whatsoever. My gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Piscelinis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.